she's qualified. Welcome to this live stream. This is your boy Yard Boss. Please like this video as you come into the stream, and please like this if you're watching it on replay. Different setting outside in the car. Just ran out to get a couple of stuff at the grocery store. So I'm gonna play this video, right? And then we're gonna talk about Lena and what I am working on behind the scenes in regards to the little Jayden Smith. Now, who is Lena Rose? Lena Rose is a lawyer that came on the scene maybe a month, 2 months ago. And she was actually saying that she was going to issue $500,000 to anyone with information for Jayden Smith. And right off the bat, I made a video in regards to that. I'm going to say, boy, a 500,000 reward for information in regards to Jayden Smith doesn't make any sense, because anybody can make up anything, right? Tell you anything, like we have seen in the Jayden Smith case. There's so much lies in the Jayden Smith case, you don't even know what to believe. So that $500,000, what she said, didn't make any sense, right? And then, you know how people are when it comes to the Jayden Smith case. We're overprotective, right? We want to see justice, and we vet anybody who come along and saying that they have all these credentials and they're going to help. So the investigators then went to work and them start investigate Lena, and them a look on Lena public profile, and them not see nothing we point towards being an attorney, right? Because most attorney, let's take Sekou Clark, right? Sekou Clark is an attorney, is an immigration attorney. Brad Bernstein, a lot of people know Brad Bernstein, them know Sekou Clark, right? Because they have that public presence, and you know, say, them the people they are attorneys. So that's what the people them are said. Them do them investigation, and them see this person being an attorney. But as time went along, right, I started to listen to her speak, and I saw that the person was genuine. I personally did not say that she was a fake liar, because me never know, right? Me never hear she come out and say she was a liar until this recording that I'm about to play, right? It's her in her own words telling us that she's a real liar and telling us her credential. So right now I'm going to play the recording. Big up to everybody in the live. As you come in, please like the live. We have 33 people right now. Like the live as you come in. If this is your first time seeing me on your screen, please subscribe to the channel. There's a lot of work that I'm doing behind the scenes, right? And from the earlier beginnings, right, I am the one who actually sound the alarm over there on TikTok. And that is the reason why I want to see all of those influencers coming on board. I want to remember all those viral videos that influencers were making over there on TikTok, right? I would say I'm partially responsible for pushing out the message in regards to Jayden Smith, because you have to remember, right, a lot of missing people cases in Jamaica, especially with kids, people don't like to touch it. Yeah, they are very afraid. Yeah, and I'm talking to people behind the scenes, and this is same sentiment that I'm getting. They want to be able to walk on the street in Jamaica and nobody come boom out them head. And me have to tell them, say, Jayden Smith case is different, right? Because have you ever heard of Jeffrey Epstein? We see all of them people, they just disappear, and human trafficking, and what you call it now, sacrificing kids. That is what people are afraid of. Big up yourself, Pauline. That is what people are afraid of. And me have to push back, and I tell them, say, listen, Jayden Smith case is different, okay? I am working on trying to get some big influencers on board, right? So I'm talking to some credible people behind the scenes who have political connections, because that is what is missing in Jayden Smith case, right? You can call newspaper as much as you want. You can call the politicians as much as you want, right? But you see, if them not under pressure, if them not under public pressure, Them they call they not go nowhere. Them they calls they not going anywhere, right? So there is a march that is planned in Kingston. I'm not sure what the date is. I believe it's Team Motto that is planning that march in front of Emancipation Park. I am going to reach out to Team Motto, right? Some people reach out to me and say we need to join forces, right? So I'm just brainstorming and thinking about that, because this is my caution, right? When it comes to, like, I don't agree with every single thing that some of these platforms are pushing, okay? I have a brand to protect and a brand that I've built, right? And I don't want to jeopardize that brand by sitting in boxes and accusing people wrongfully of murder, okay? We have to follow the facts, and we can't go based on hearsay. We have to go based on what we know as factual in a case, okay? And that is how people are going to take you seriously. And the people them way that I'm bringing on board, right, may I explain to them the facts of the case. We not accuse anybody of murder. We not accuse Shanique of murder. Me I break it down from scratch, and me I say, when you listen to these conversations, right? And let's wanna pick out who wanna believe murder Jayden. Because we know say something happened to Jayden. We know say Jayden was murdered, right? So these influencers now, more want them come in with their own viewpoint and look on the case and say, you know what, yard boss? Yeah, the wicked girl tell us she set out her own mouth, so she fly down, right, at Jamaica at 2 p.m. through Montego Bay, right? And Mr. T came out and contradicted her and said that he saw her at 9:30 a.m. in the morning, and then he also saw her at 3:30 in the afternoon, right? So right there, so you catch her in a lie. And then them are gonna say, why did she lie? She lied because she wanted to create an alibi to remove herself from the crime scene. That is how I investigated the case, you know. I did not investigate it based on any bias, because in the earlier stages, looking at Shanique, I thought Shanique was innocent. And I thought that the little boy, Jayden Smith, actually ran away. Because she came across as being so sincere. And I'm sure even to this day, Shanique fooled a lot of people and still fooling a lot of people, right, that don't know the actual nitty-gritty of the case. So that's what me I try explain to the influencers them to come on board. Yeah? And even if them not come on board fully, the marches that we're planning, right? I want a march to be in front of the DPP office. Okay? The march in front of the DPP office, you need a permit. You can't just go show up at the DPP office or show up in front of Andrew Olness' office and go protest. That's a no-no. But you need a permit. I don't believe that they can actually deny the permit, right? But you need the permit to have public presence, police presence there. And I believe you have to stay like 200 yards away from the DPP office. But if we have enough people out there, right, to protest and inform the news media, CVM, TVJ, Cliff Hughes, all of them, you're going to inform them, all of the newspaper, them, inform them that the protest is going to be there, right? And the influencers, I want the influencers them to be present, okay? People in high positions, if you have influencers there, them will move, them can create action. What we have now, right? Because just stay with me, because I'm about to play this video, this message from Lena, the attorney, right? If Lena called the politician them and she called the newspaper, freely and truly, she's not an influencer. We need noise. We need big crowds out there protesting, right? That is what we need in this case here. Because, as I said in my previous live stream, people, that the reason why I'm doing this is because I know some people that I believe can make a difference. And the folks that is championing Jayden Smith case, thank God for them, right, for keeping things going. But at current pace, going what, like 4 months now, lawmakers and the politicians, them not listen to them. Them not listening to them. The last protest was at Manchester High School. And that protest actually triggered the principal to come out and make a public statement. And that's it. Right? And that's it. It didn't trigger the police department for do nothing. Currently, the police, even if you go on your protest right in front of the police department, them not gonna do nothing. Them not gonna do nothing. If you go protest right in front of the DPP, not just one protest, 2 or 3 in front of the DPP, and you call them day by day, there must be a coordinated plan. And you call them day by day, right? Then we get a big call from a politician and say, okay, send down at the police station down there and find out what kind of evidence them have. Because Jayden Smith is no longer missing. Jayden Smith is dead. That is what we need. We need someone higher up, right, with political pull to call the police to find out what is going on with the investigation. And if they need additional evidence, tell them what they need to do. Because if we go down there, go protest down in front after the police station there, it not going to do nothing. It's not doing anything. So we need to switch focus. Now let's play this thing here from the attorney and hear what she have to say. Like the live stream as you come in, my people, we have 85 are we inside here. Please like the stream. We only have 13 likes. We should have 84 likes. All right? Let's go.
My law degree was questioned. And you know, I am very, very disappointed to hear that. I have a master in law, a master. And I have a law degree with Liverpool University. And to know that my credibility, my credentials was questioned because I was merely helping a little boy that is unrelated to me is appalling. I spent lots of time sending emails to various government departments. Some of them responded, some were silent. I cannot tell them to speak if they don't want to speak. Some of them have the respect to respond. I got Jayden back in the newspaper. I mean, he was never in the newspaper to begin with. I call up the Gleaner, call up the Star, all these people, television station, and said, listen, you guys need to get moving on this case. I called the police station. And to hear the mother saying to Mato in a circulated voice clip,
that's Jayden's
you
mother.
never let me speak to the lawyer, is a lie. I spoke with her. I spoke with her on Mato platform. Oh. I spoke with her one day when I called Mato and she was there, and I spoke with her.
All right, so Lena, right, is the lawyer, right, that them said it upon Jayden Smith case maybe like 2 months ago, right? So she's trying to do her best, okay? Lena does not have any jurisdiction in Jamaica, right? So as far as like her calling people and tell her they need to do this, well, really and truly, if you're not a lawyer of influence in Jamaica, the calls may not go anywhere, right? But she's doing her best, and she's also contributing to like any banners that needs to be printed for protest, right? So she's actually an asset on the case, right? So she's just coming out clearing the air because people were attacking her, saying that she's a fake lawyer, where she come from. Couple of videos ago, right, I mentioned something in regards to a civil suit against Anne and Mr. T because they were Jayden Smith guardian, right? But as things play out, I don't believe that Jayden Smith mother, sad to say, right? I don't know if she would even go along with that. Okay. Yeah, I don't really, I don't want to like criticize the lady as being like unstable, right? But if you really and truly want justice for Jayden Smith, you should be open to anything, right? To gain justice for Jayden Smith. As far as like planning a march in Kingston, if I'm a part of it, I haven't spoken to Jayden Smith mother. I haven't spoken to Jayden Smith mother. And I have no interest in speaking to Jayden Smith mother, really and truly. Right? My focus is laser, right? Because of you guys. Yeah? You guys in this movement, you know, I say, yeah, boss, we need help. Yeah? And me I talked to my virgin yesterday and me I say, the people them are rely upon me, you know. The people them are rely upon me. What me can do? Because what is going on right now is not working and me see the case getting cold. And people in the comment section I say, yeah, boss, don't say that. Don't say the case I get cold. But let's just be realistic, my people. Be realistic, my people. The police, them not do nothing. Them not do no more investigation. So if a big power no come down and say, oh no, for go do something, them not go do it, my people. Them not go do it. This one influencer when me a call upon is not Andrea. I spoke to Andrea the other day, right? And we going back and forth with conversation. But this one influencer, if he may ask, the politicians them listen to him. A lot of people listen to him. When he goes on his live stream, he's talking about thousands of people. More than likely, I think he will be on board because the person who I spoke to him said, reach out to that person there, right? So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, but I'm making a final push to see what I can do, you know, because it's rough. It's rough. It's rough. So there you have it. This is not going to be a long drawn out live stream like the last one, right? Lena said she is a real lawyer. She have a degree from somewhere in London, England, you know, and yeah, only just continue to pray, my people, because we have a lot of obstacles in this Jayden Smith case. And I know we need to be optimistic, right? And what is to come. And every night we tune in to these lives for hopefully new information. But as you can see, it's repetitive, right? A lot of accusations going on with no hard evidence, right? And that is what I don't really like, to accuse people and me not see them do something. Well, me know my number one perpetrator in this case, you know. My number one perpetrator is Shanique. Because Shanique was the one with the motive. I'm telling you over and over, say, I have a gut feeling that probably someone in high places got their hands dirty. And that could be the reason why we have this blockage. Some people say a science, right? But I am not willing to go down the road to accuse that person. Okay? To accuse that person. And if them did burn Jayden Smith body, tell me, mama, a Jamaica this, you know? A Jamaica this, you know? If them burn Jayden Smith body, you know much people involved in that? When you hear me I say? If them burn Jayden Smith, you're talking about the big man. You're talking about the funeral home. And them people there have connections in Jamaica. So that could be one of the main reasons why, no matter how much Carlina the lawyer call, nobody, conspiracy, and that you say? A conspiracy road me I go down. A conspiracy road me I go down. I try not to go down conspiracy roads, right? But you can't, looking at this case right here, that is so clear cut. There is a motive. Shanique lied about her entrance in Jamaica, right? She was in Mandeville during the disappearance timeline. My analysis say Jayden Smith was alive up until 4:30 on Friday, right? And then him get murdered between 4:30 and let's say 5:30. Shanique murder him. Yeah? If Shanique was just a regular citizen in Jamaica, she is, right? Shanique is a regular nobody in Jamaica now. Shanique, the mother, Anne-Marie, Mr. T. Mr. T is just a little caretaker in a school, a primary school. Not to say he's a nobody. Me just talk about like status in Jamaica. Alright? If it was just that, Jayden Smith went missing, the public outcry, we have said they murder him, you would have seen how fast police run go down, they go lock them up. Allow me to tell? But there is something, if somebody in a high position got their hands dirty, boy, I don't know. And maybe that's why I am getting so much pushback from the people them that I'm talking to behind the scenes. Maybe them afraid. Them afraid. Cause not to toot my horn, you know. The people them we chat and laugh and matter talk to. Them a talk to foreigners. Foreigners not gonna be able to come help we in Jamaica. Them not have no connections down at Jamaica. Cause me talk to one influencer, I'm not gonna call him name, and boy, the man them afraid. Them afraid. But me still a try. Me still a try. Mr. Tree. Alright, let me see if I can go through some of the comments here. At the first, I don't really do live stream on my phone, you know. Let me see if I can go through some of these comments. Let me see if I can see them. So live chat. Alright, let me see if I can scroll up and go through some of them comment here. Please, may I beg you, we have 153 people in this live stream. Find the like button and just hit the like, right? So it can spread. Okay? I would say this is breaking news. You know, leave no thoughts in the comment section. The lawyer is a real lawyer. Alright, so this comment is coming in from Beverly. Good job, yard boss. Jayden need help. Yeah, and all I want to, you know, phone a voice, when you leave comments in the comment section. If you don't have any ideas, you can message me over there on TikTok, right? Or you can leave the comment, because I try to read as much comments as I can, right? Don't believe, say, just the people them who are show them face on camera, we have all the solutions. We don't. We don't have all the solution. And what me I do is risky, you know. What me I do, I show my face and I talk about Jayden Smith. Me not afraid of Shanique. I'm not afraid of Wicked and I'm not afraid of Mr. T. Me not afraid of none of the family them. Me just worried, say, if somebody in high places with connection get them hands dirty, it is going to be a major problem. Trust me, it's going to be a major problem. If them ever bring him go a funeral home and burn him, that is a major problem. Trust me. All right, Shanique, last me when she said to Jayden cousin, why you are waste time I look for. Okay, so the person just message me there. Every time I dep on live, him a message me. Me can't tell you who just message me. Andre Stevenson. Every time I dep on live, him a message me. Me can't read it now, so I'll read it when it done. We sent him a message earlier today. All right, last me when. All right, so Mr. T counter deal. Okay, so what she's basically saying that is Shani come lie and then Mr. T come debunk them lie. Good evening, as it is in UK, Yard Boss, you are doing great work. Boy, me a try, you know. Me a try, but you have to understand this is a landmine where we are going at. Because we not just deal with wicked girl Shanique alone, you know. Right now, we not just deal with wicked girl Shanique. Alright. Me just cautious because me know what these people are capable of. And you know, see how hard it is to get justice in Jamaica for anybody. All right, good evening. So we really have a liar, seriously? God is good. Yeah, she's a liar still, you know, but really and truly, she don't have any, not to like dump or anything, you know, she don't really have any pulling power in Jamaica. But she's trying the best that she can. And I don't even think any lawyer in Jamaica can do anything about this case, right? The only way a lawyer can do anything in this case right here for Jayden Smith is to file a civil lawsuit against the family, which I've called for earlier on, like maybe like 2 months ago. That's the only thing that a lawyer can do, and that lawyer needs to come from Jamaica. Okay, the lawyer must have jurisdiction in Jamaica, law license in Jamaica, and the mother, right, needs to be competent enough, right? Can't be spazzing out and say, okay, I am agreeing with this one day and the next day somebody come influence her and she says she's not on board. It can't work so, because people can't put up them hard-earned money, because this would have cost money. People in the movement contributing money to a lawyer fund, right? And that is the only way. You can't have people that contribute their money and then Andreen is on board one day and off board next day. It not gonna work. Because Andreen is the one, you know. Right? The lawyer is just a representative. And Andreen would be the one who is filing against the family. Okay. Say hello guys, Yard Boss, blessed evening, watching from the USA. Big up yourself, that is Babette Williams. Yes, Yard Boss, it's really rough. Me I tell you no, we are pray, and I am the type of person like this, right? I don't like to build up people's hopes. There's so many kids that go missing in Jamaica, nothing to come out of it. You know, there's something about Jayden Smith, his brilliance, the future that he had ahead of him, right? And the family just came out and they told a bag of lies, and the people in the public say, no, sir, them are people who murder Jayden, and we can't make it go so. That is it, you know. They murder Jayden, and we not gonna make them just get away so. And Shanique, if you're in this chatter today, trust me, my friend, your protection are gonna push you out. Because even if you have your protection, okay? And even if your protection hands are dirty, me not too want go after your protection, you know. Me not really busy with your protection, you know. Because from the beginning, me not call your protection's name. Okay, you me want. Yeah. And eventually, when the call come from the bigger heads, we're bigger than your protection, Your protection go and push you out. Alright, so allegedly Mr. T didn't know at first, but after him opened his mouth, all hell broke loose. Yeah, Mr. T never know none. Mr. T never know a thing. Some people are saying Mr. T is a whole wicked and he's involved in the corruption. I don't believe so. Mr. T never know nothing. And some people are saying Shanique husband fly down on the flight with her. I don't believe so. If you hear anybody that say that, tell them to show the itinerary, right? Where them get that information from. Because if the husband was on that flight, Mr. T would have opened his mouth and said, Shanique and the husband fly down and go relieve Anne-Marie early Friday morning. But Mr. T never said that. Good evening, Yard Boss, and everyone. Have a blessed Sunday. Big up yourself, Des. Alright, Justice for Jayden Smith. Mr. T no have no work. This is Maureen. Big up yourself, Maureen. Mr. T no have no work at the school anymore. And him not taking children to school. Jayden, big brother, I drive up Mr. T car. Well, probably the school fire Mr. T. Probably. Lord have mercy upon us. Yeah, because really and truly, if Mr. T drive Pitney around, he's a risk, Because me tell you from day one, so them fly away and them left Mr. T down at Jamaica for people murder him. Now, because when you see Mr. T I drive around freely, so that means him life not in a jeopardy. Because you don't know who for head of a chip out one day. You never know if Jayden Smith father head of a chip out one day, You just never know. Alright, I agree with you, but Yard Bars, some person who are in higher authority are up to this Jayden Smith case. If it was any local people in Jamaica did this, yeah. Alright, so let's see this one now. Yard Boss, there was a funeral that unattended that that they attended. They put the body in with the Jesus Christ. Not easy, So you what this is what I say. Forgive me for the laugh, Jaja. Them said there's a funeral that Wicked Girl Ann attended, right? Did they put the body in with that person, cremate or not? So there was, alright, let's read this last comment. Shanique always depend this chat, man. She shit up herself. Yeah, Shanique is always tuning into especially my live streams, and I can see there was an account that she used in the past, right? And I blocked that account, but I can see like her comments. If it's not Shanique, it could be her representative. Yeah. So on the night that Jayden Smith disappeared, right? There were reports that Anne-Marie actually went to a wake. Like somebody in them family probably passed away, and she went to a wake. So people are saying that that was like highly suspicious, that them report Jayden Smith missing, and instead of she going out and looking for him. But me not know. Me not know if I wasn't there, so me not really know. That could be hearsay that she was at a wake, right? But as far as like the stories, the public speeches when she arrived, I believe Mr. T. And nobody never convinced me to say Mr. T was actually lying on Shanique. Yeah, me not believe so. And I do believe up until this day that Mr. T is innocent unless them confess otherwise. Yeah, because I said this from the earlier onset. If we never have Mr. T, none of we wouldn't have any case. The persons who actually cracked this case, okay, is Mr. T, L.A. Lewis, and the man who had sick no good, Surprise. Them three people there. Them three people there. Mr. T, L.A. Lewis, Surprise, North Coast also. Okay? You not have a lot of followers over there on TikTok. right? But I believe it was on his platform that they interviewed Anne, Shanique, and Shanique's cousin. And I also believe that Narcos is also responsible for interviewing Demar. So it's 4 people. Mm-hmm. 4 people. But everybody is welcome on board. And if you are in this chat, right, don't just depend on me for just turn on a camera and talk. You can turn on your camera and talk too, you know. Yeah, you just turn on your camera and press record, talk, and you can upload it on YouTube or you can upload it on TikTok. Yeah, if you really and truly want justice for Jayden Smith, right? You don't, you can move away from just like, you can comment on the videos, of course, but you can be another voice in this Jayden Smith movement here. Yeah, because what we have to do, you know, we have to debunk, and we have to debunk all of them clickbaits there. Yeah, them YouTubers, they were, oh, we found Jayden Smith today alive. Oh, this that about Jayden Smith. New breaking news about Jayden Smith. Them not serious for justice for Jayden. Them not serious. Mm-mm. Yeah. I mean, can't sleep good at night time for sister. This wicked girl Shanique, you know, just come cut the little boy life so short. Yeah. I mean, not gonna give up, you know. Even when the doors them are closed, you know, me not gonna give up, you know. Yeah, me not gonna give up. And even if me stop talking about Jayden Smith case on this platform, trust me, behind the scenes, I'll be working. Yeah. Because there's no way it can be so clear. So clear. And some people are saying, oh, what if it's an accident? No, it's not an accident. It's not an accident. If it was an accident, leave in the comments in the comment section, okay? I'm gonna come back to the comments, okay? If it was an accident, Shanique would have shown some form of remorse. And probably by now, should have confessed. But it wasn't an accident. No. I was listening to a recording that Shanique made. And this is why I believe that Shanique have an anger problem. A serious anger problem from she grew up. Probably bipolar, probably schizophrenic, but she have a serious anger problem. When she say that the doctor them at the first hospital was taking so long for see her American born pitney, she said, I was so hungry. When you hear me say, Shanique said out her own mouth, she said, this is, I'm going to paraphrase, she said, they were taking so long to see the little baby, and that's what got me so hungry. And you remember what Sister Carrie Ann said? The prophetess? Sister Carrie Ann said, the woman who murdered Jayden was hungry. She was hungry. So it wasn't an accident. Yes. She blamed Jayden, right, for breaking her little boy femur bone and putting her little boy in so much pain that she said, you wait until I hold you, Jayden. Watch what me gonna do to your little boy. Yes, and from she fly in and she see her little pitney in a pain, she never calmed down. Yeah? From early in the morning, she never calmed down until she got murdered Jayden. So this was no accident. This was premeditated murder. That is what it is. Premeditated murder. And corruption at some level allowed her to leave the island. Corruption allowed Wicked Girl Ann and Demar to leave the island. Yes. Them said they weeded out the corruption, and now we have new detective on the case. But what is the new detective on the case doing? We can't hear nothing from them. And if we can't hear nothing from them, the conclusion is them have nothing else to do. Them just a wait. And the only way we're gonna see any movement in this case here, we have to say, pivot from the police them. Yeah, we have to pivot from them and go right to the top, right in a Kingston, Jamaica, in front of the DPP office, and go ball out. Go ball out. If a 50 away, if a 100 away. If I had the money, you know what me da do? Would I go up at the University of West Indies with 2 buses and pay each of them college pitney there for go down there go protest. That is how them do it in a foreign. Yeah? Them bust the people them. You ever see some of them big protests there where go on in America? You see busload of people are coming. Busload of people are coming. The whole of them with they on the bus there, I pay them for go protest. We need the crowd. And we need some influencers. Yeah? 1 second. Let me see if I can see the message and then come back to this YouTube thing. On 1 second. Let me see if I can see the message. 1 second. Alright, I'm back. Let's see. Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, so the person, Andre say he has been exhausted. It's a lot of work him doing. Him wake up early in the morning. Him have 3 programs we him do. But I believe we have an ally in Andre Stevenson. I believe we have an ally. Right? And if we're gonna do a protest, a proper protest, I believe I can get Andre to come out. Yeah, even if we don't have him on board fully, as far as like talking about Jayden Smith case every single day, right? He's on board as an ally, okay? And he will show up for the major protests. I do believe so, right? And that is one big voice that we can say is an ally. And also Auntie Dana, okay? Auntie Dana will show up to our protests. I am going to reach out to Auntie Dana and talk to Auntie Dana and just give her like an idea of what we're planning. Okay, so those are 2 big voices. J Progress would have to go fly from England, right? But we don't know if that is going to be possible. That would be like so amazing, right? To have everybody who have some form of influence to be right there in front of the DPP office. Imagine what powerful message that would actually send to the powers that be in Jamaica. Yeah. Mata need help, man. And he's the only here. I think yesterday I heard Tiger was saying something about a march. Because Tiger is actually, he have a GoFundMe for some private investigator. I'm going to come to the comments, right? So give me a second. Boy, I say it was going to be a short live, but we're there for 44 minutes. Let's just continue. So Tiger was saying he have a GoFundMe page, right? That he is he's raising funds for a private investigator. Okay? I see Tiger as being trustworthy. Right now, me not gonna collect no money for nothing, right? Me will dip in my own pocket, okay? Me just stay far from the money dealing, okay? Me will contribute in my own way. So if interested in getting a private investigator on the case, one can donate to Tiger's GoFundMe. And he was saying that he was going to use some of the funds to organize a protest. It would be so nice if everybody just can work together. Yeah, that would be so nice. And the protest that is going to be in front of the DPP, saying that we get the permit and we're able to get, everybody need to be there, you know. We need Mato and Film Crew. We need Surprise to be there. Surprise, if you are here, me and you watch this. This is Yard Boss. And we're saying that if you want justice for Jayden Smith, you need for Dede. Mato need for Dede. Tuone need to be there. Yeah. Because we can't say we want justice for Jayden Smith and we all over the place a fight against each other. No, the fighting need to stop. The fighting need to stop right now. We're at a critical juncture here where the police department over there in Manchester, them not do nothing. Them not doing anything. Yes. Now it's time for us to unite. We have differences of opinions. Nothing is wrong with that. We are human beings. Okay, we have different way of reasoning and analyzing stuff. It doesn't matter if you no believe that Mr. T is a whole wicked. It doesn't matter if you no believe that Demar was involved in murdering Jayden. And this I wanna not believe so. The main objective is this, and the key point in this case, we know that they murder Jayden. And we know that Shanique is the prime suspect in murdering Jayden. All of us agree on that one. Everybody agree on that one. Yeah, everybody agree on that. So if we all can agree on that, why can't we come together for 2 or 3 monster march right in front of the DPP and make them hear with voices? Right? That is not a lot to ask. That is not a lot to ask. All right, let's look at the comments and then let's wrap this up. So I'm going to go to live chat. All right, so this came in. All right. Shanique always depend this chat. Yeah, she always there. All right, bless up yourself, Yard Boss. They take his life. Yes, we know him. Them take him life. Jayden Smith did not run away. That was no accident. Nope, it was premeditated murder. L.A. Lewis, Mr. T, Surprise, Demar, Shanique, and the principal put all the recordings given and follow the path. I'm still waiting to hear where was Shanique's husband. Really and truly, as far as Shanique's husband go, unless you can actually show me say he was on that flight, I believe Shanique was the only one who flew down to Jamaica. And she flew through from JFK to Norman Manley, not through Montego Bay. The only way you can convince me otherwise is to show me her flight itinerary. All right, yes, she was angry. Allegedly, Demar put it up to his neck. Yeah, they must say something about some 17-year-old that he confessed to, right? But that is also hearsay, because the 17-year-old can come out and say Demar confessed to him, right? But really and truly, that alone won't hold up in the court of law. Remember, it's court of law and it's not court of public opinion. You're going to need the confession directly from Demar, okay? The only way that 17-year-old statement can hold up in the court of law is if the 17-year-old actually saw Demar murdering Jayden Smith, and then he would be an eyewitness to the crime. All right. There would have to be some real wicked demons to be living a comfortable life after they did what they did. They will get their reward. God don't like ugly. Yes, them not sleep properly at night time. They not sleep properly at night time. They must see Jayden Smith face every single night when them go to them bed. They are seeing him. And as far as I know, a lot of us in this movement here are Christians, right? And we're saying that even if we don't have justice in this lifetime, like let's say the Jamaican justice system failed Jayden, she will face, God will deliver his justice to her. But boy, I want to see her going at the prison. I want to see her going at the prison. That's what me want to see. That was a premeditated murder, no accident. Yes, premeditated. Where is Jayden Smith? So sad, but there is a God looking down. I know. Boy, and you know what? Even the cremated part, right? The reason why I was like caution against like whether or not he was cremated, yes or no, is because of the family, right? Remember, the family kept on talking. Shanique was over foreign. I tell our co-workers them, and boy, the girl wicked, you know. She was in foreign. I tell our co-workers them, right? If you don't see me on the screen, I'm actually reading through the comments them. She was telling our co-workers them that Jayden Smith was a troubled child. That's what she was telling people of foreigner. Jayden Smith was a troubled child and him run away. Yeah, that's what the wicked girl did over there tell the people them. And then Miss Ann came out and said, she wondering how Jayden Smith made out during Hurricane Melissa. No, because they can't sleep good at night time. Whenever they close their eyes and them go to them bed, a Jayden Smith them a see. Why is Shanique not being extradited back to Jamaica with all the evidence that exists? Alright, so Ebony, you're assuming that the police actually collected evidence. That is the assumption. We, on this case, have done investigative journalism. That is what we have done, you know. Investigative journalism. And trust and believe that the DPP office, politicians, them all know, and them know who Yard Boss is. Them know who Team Mato is. Them know who Chat and Laugh is. Them see it. Them see we break down the case. Them know who's what them call him now, J Progress is. Them see we break down the case. But them not have the public pressure. The public pressure is not there. Remember how much protest the people them have a protest to get justice for Donnelly Donaldson? And Donnelly Donaldson was a big influencer. Public pressure. Them need. Yes, public pressure. So, we don't know if the police department collect the surveillance footages. Shanique fly away with her phone. And fly away with her phone. Them are fly away with them phone. You don't have them the evidence there. We have 248 people. Can you please like this so this can actually spread? Yeah? Because when these videos spread out, you know, we have more and more people actually seeing what is going on in the Jayden Smith case. All right, let's go back to the live chat. All right. So let's see here. There's a lot of people commenting, you know. A lot of people commenting. All right, so that's the LA Lewis part. She was angry. All right, they would have this here, premeditated murder. All right, so the next one here, Yard Boss. This case is so tough, but God is going to do things in his way to surprise the whole family. You see, the thing is this, right? I never in my wildest, never ever ever, right? Because I was mainly in the entertainment space. That is where me come from, right? Covering Vibes Cartel, covering Alkaline, you know, going to those big shows, you know, backstage access, going to some of the biggest parties, generating millions of views over there on TikTok. And Santina Sargent father murdered her, right? There was a little boy who went missing and his mother find him hung in at the back of the yard. Even that, the police them haven't even come out and say anything about what the autopsy show. And then within that same time period, Jayden Smith disappeared. And I did the first initial video on Jayden Smith, which I did believe that that the wicked girl was innocent. And then she could do another interview, and then L.A. Lewis could interview Mr. T, and I said, no, sir. I said, no, sir. But before that, I actually made a video calling on the influencers them. Because when I made that video calling on the influencers them, I still believe that Jayden Smith actually went missing. At that time, I wasn't accusing Shanika of murder. And then the influencers them start beat Shanique. The influencers them take it up, because you know TikTok is a wild, wild west place, you know. Yeah, man, TikTokers, anything them will do, anything to go viral. Anything over there to go viral. So them start call Shanique a old wicked murderer. And Shanique never liked that. So that kind of forced Shanique now to come out and start talk. But the people them never have no evidence, you know. No, the people them just put two and two together and say, the wicked girl fly down, and all of a sudden, Jayden Smith just disappears, so. And then them start beat her and call her a murderer, and then she come out and she start talk. Yeah? And then L.A. Lewis come on the case now and say, alright, him go talk to Mr. T, and that is how we catch Shanique in the lie. Alright, Yard Boss, this, okay, let's see here. I wonder if it was Demar was also present in the room, but blame Jayden. Well, put it this way. Demar was, I heard, right? And this is also hearsay, so I'm not even sure. Some people say that Demar, was it a recording that I heard Demar? I'm not sure if I heard, but anyway. Is either Demar say, right? I am not 100% positive. But there were something that saying that Demar was at shop. Them saying out Demar go to the shop. So Demar was not there when Zaire actually fell and can't move. Now, the living room probably have cameras in there, okay, because Shanique is an overprotective mom, so she might have camera installed in there, right? And that is how they're able to see what happened to Zaire, right? If Demar was not there, and if Jayden Smith and Zaire was the only two people in the living room, and they had camera, them could have seen the little boy jumping off of the chair, and Jayden Smith sighting him. She hate Jayden long time. Yes, them despise Jayden because Jayden was so brilliant and Demar head tough like rocks. Blessing to you, but Mr. Yard Boss. Bless up yourself. Poor Jayden, he suffered painfully. Yes, that's what the prophet say. Prophetess say. Sister Marianne said them broke Jayden femur bone, and Jayden was bleeding. And the wicked girl Shanique was hungry. Yes. Them deal with Jayden bad. That's why, boy, I don't know. I don't even think them should allow Shanique to plea. I don't even think them should. But then again, if the evidence is not strong enough against her, and some way, somehow, she find herself back at Jamaica, and she plea, we'll take a plea. We'll take a plea. The driver need to come in front and speak. We want justice for Jayden Smith. Who is the driver? I don't know who is the driver. Is it Tommy? They say some other guy was involved. I don't know who was the driver. Hi, Yard Boss, you are correct. Let's all work together. Justice for Jayden Smith. Yes, if we want justice, we have to put our differences aside. Why Jayden brother afraid to say anything? If him talk, get put out of the house, they give, he needs to be questioned. Well, Jayden Smith brother, some people are say Han mother, cause them say Han mother was a Obia woman. And Jayden Smith brother is currently residing in Han's mother house. So Han mother spirit probably a hold on the brother. Who knows? And that is a great question. Why the brother not say nothing? Brother afraid? Brother afraid? Father afraid? No, sir. Corruption, corruption. Jamaica full of it. But remember, karma is a bitch. No matter how long it takes. But we need evidence too, you know. And they say karma is a bitch too. Chungle justice, some people call for it. Because me keep on warning them, you know. Me keep on warning them. Me say, if Shanique no face justice, poor Mr. T with them left down there. Who knows what happened to him and what happened to them if they ever return to Jamaica. Because the longer this thing drag out, you never know who for head I got chip out. Okay, so do you believe that Damar is in America? He is a child. If they are willing to put Damar schooling on hold to escape from authority, I don't believe that he's in America. Well, put it this way. If he's in America, he still can go school. He can go school as an illegal immigrant. Just don't make Trump hold on for you. Yeah, man, so if he's in America, but some people are saying that Shanique actually filed for her mom. That's what some people are saying. That is, her papers will come through and she and Damar go. And it is somewhat plausible because remember now, Mr. T, but why Mr. T would be at Jamaica? So maybe she can file for her mother and her brother. And then Anne would have to file for Mr. T. Yard Boss, when the real investigation takes place, all the phone data will be analyzed. There are ways that the government can get what they need. Okay, have you guys ever watched 48 Hours before? 48 hours of any murder investigation is the most critical window, right? Where all of the evidence should be gathered. Yeah? And them the police them did believe said Jayden run away. Are the credible ones them did believe said Jayden Smith run away. Yeah, but them did I say one of the police there the place was Ann brother or some family member, and he was actually leading the police officers astray. So if you have a bad apple in the mix, I feed the people the police misinformation. Yeah, the first 48 hours was most critical. But it's not too late. I don't believe it's too late to gather evidence for Shanique. I don't think so. We have enough evidence in the public eye, in the public space, right? Not to send for her. I don't think you have enough evidence to extradite Shanique. If you find him body, yeah, that would be powerful if you find his body. Damar is not in Jamaica to confess. The mother run away, and Mr. T don't know nothing. Mr. T don't know a damn thing what happened to Jayden Smith. Cause me sure the police them interview Mr. T. You know Mr. T love chat. The police them interviewing Mr. T under pressure. Mr. T would have spilled everything. Them not tell Mr. T not a thing. I don't think so. Yeah, and if the man was in Jamaica and he knew something, then he would have cracked too. I don't think Mr. T know exactly what happened to Jayden. Probably Miss Ann may know by now because I Miss Ann daughter. And Miss Ann now put her daughter under the bus. SSC Corey Duncan should come down. SSP Kerry Duncan have a lot of things that he might deal with over there in Manchester, because since the beginning of the year, Manchester turn up a lot of violence over there. Without the evidence, I still believe Demar is involved. Let me read this one here, Pauline. Not easy enough. Without the evidence, I still believe Demar is involved. Demar is jealous over Jayden because of his achievements. You see this thing, right? I'm always telling us one must be caution of, right? Is you can't say without evidence you believe that Demar is involved. You have to have evidence to prove that he murdered Jayden, right? And this was just a makeup. And this is what get people, innocent people get killed. You have to have a concrete evidence that he was involved in murdering Jayden. Justice for Jayden, watching from, I believe this is St. Kitts. Alright, I'm so sad. A brilliant young man, Jayden. We must not give up. Fighting for justice, Cayman Islands. Yes, we must not give up. Mr. T said Shanika left the hospital when he was on his way to buy soup. So she came back very quick. Well, I believe the came back very quick is in the morning, right? Because he was in constant contact with Anne. So when he said that Shanik went to the hospital early in the morning to relieve her mom, right? And then he met her at the pharmacy at 9:30 a.m. to pick up keys to the house, to go to the house at Spur Tree. And I guess at some point during the day, he's communicating with Anne. And Anne must tell him what time she come back at the hospital after that 9:30 sighting. And he said to L.A. Lewis, I was so surprised that she came back to the hospital so quick. So that was a hearsay from Han. He never physically see Shanik at that point. Or he would have said so. He was on the road driving up and down the place. It takes 5 years before Anne can file for Mr. T. Okay, 5. Oh, so he have to, okay, I get you. So Anne have to become a citizen or something like that. Okay, justice for Jayden Smith is coming soon. Do you think the little boy is still in Jamaica or was well enough to travel with the grandparents? Well, what I heard is that the soldier man, Zaire father, his parents came down and pick up Zaire because Shanik was too afraid to come down. So Zaire is no longer in Jamaica. Zaire actually left way before Anna and Demar left the island. Yeah. She wouldn't leave her baby down there so long. Be strong, yeah, boss. We all behind you. Alright. The whole family telling lies. Well, probably telling lies now to cover up. Allegedly. Okay, so this one is saying now. Allegedly, I strongly believe that there are indeed a bad apple operating in the investigation and detoured evidence early in the case, yes. Earlier on in the case, yes. He can't file for her. Oh, all right, let me hear what this one is now. He can't file for her brother. That's a lie. Demar is still in Jamaica somewhere hiding. God not sleep. We are said she can't. Of course she can file for the brother. She can file for her brother. So this commentary is not factual. It will take a while. It will take a while. And the mom, what's her name? Miss Anne can file for her son. Yeah. But Shanik can absolutely file for her brother. It's not going to be as fast as with the mother. And if he have visa, he can fly out and he can always come back. So even if Anne is filed, she have 5 years of her citizenship to file for Demar. Well, I'm not an attorney, you know. I'm not an attorney. I know that green card holders can petition for people, but the filing may take a while. Me no know. Me not an attorney. So me not go down on the filing. But people in the neighborhood, I have somebody that is a part of this movement here, right? them living in the area. And them say that Ann and Mr. them say the house empty. Only Mr. T dead down there. Or Mr. T there somewhere else. But they said the house is empty. Yeah. So, and them confirm say Demar is not in Jamaica. Alright, so Demar talk in one of his interview that they were at Perth Road how long with him at Jayden. So I hear people keep on talking about that, right? About that interview. But when I listen to it, what I heard Demar said was after them come home and them notice that Jayden Smith was not there. Him and Mr. T went out. Them see the police. And then the police said them to go look some more. And then Demar said they were at Perth Road all along looking for Jayden. Not waiting for Jayden. Him said they were looking for Jayden. Me never hear him say they were there waiting for Jayden all along. And behind Megamart when he made the right, is that Perth Road? Maureen, let me know if that is Perth Road. I'm not sure if that is Perth Road with the light there. I'm not sure if I Perth Road there. Alright, so I see some more message coming in. Let me see what I go on right so now. Alright, so why they run out the house? Because they guilty. Alright, June. I'm assuming that you're a Jamaican. Guilty or no guilty. If you are in fear for your life, remember, the public, your wicked daughter come down and murder Jayden, And the public try you. And them say you're the wicked girl, a liar girl. And even if Miss Ann, Demar, and Mr. T was not involved in the murder, you are staying at the house there? When the public convict you of murdering the little promising boy Jayden Smith. If my family member is accused of murdering Smaddy, Jamaica have a saying, say, if you can't catch Quaco, you catch him what? Shot. We all can agree, the 270 odd people were in this live stream, yeah. We all can agree that wicked girl Shanique murdered Jayden. But all of us now go agree, say, Mr. T help her, Miss Ann help her, and Demar help her. Some of us are going to say Demar was there, some of us are going to say Demar was not there. So me, personally, would not stay in that house there. So that is your answer to your question. Not to say that them all guilty, but them have to run away. Where is Jayden's father and brother? Don't they live there? Jayden's father is there, and it took a while to actually reach out to Andreen, because Andreen was saying from Jayden Smith get murder, she not hear from the father. Yeah? And the people them a say, what happened to Jayden Smith's father? But recently, maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago, Andreen said she spoke to the father, and the father said him have nothing to do with Jayden Smith's disappearance. And as I tell you, Silent River run deep. Who knows the father? Maybe probably can't catch them. The father know where Mr. T there. And so I tell you, say the longer it take for them bring justice to Jayden Smith case, you don't know what is going to happen. I am not a Jamaican. I live in French Guyana. Big up yourself, June. Oh, you say you're not a Jamaican. Okay, yeah. So yeah, in Jamaica, we have a saying, say, if you can't catch Quaco, you catch him shot. So if your family member, the people them know say your family member murder somebody, you can't stay there. I know because I have family that is filed for, and why the mother is not there, and told me that after she get the citizenship, it have a 5 year. Yeah, so in order to get citizenship, you have to wait 5 years. But as far as like filing for people in a green card, I would say just leave that up to an attorney. I'm not an attorney. Call Sekou Clark, him a big attorney. Him know them thing there. No, no, Mr. Yardi. He said they were at Perth Road all long waiting for Jayden. Go back and search for that video. Oh, yeah, I need to go back and search for that video. So what you say, Elaine, is that Demar and Shanique was at Perth Road all long and wait upon Jayden. I believe that's Perth Road behind the Mega Mart, you know. I believe that's Perth Road. So if him, I'm gonna listen to it again, you know. I'm gonna listen to it. So if he did say that they were waiting on him all along, that mean it's more than two people murdered Jayden then. If I can confirm, and I'm gonna go listen to the video again, if I can confirm that's exactly what he said, that means it would be Shanique, Demar. Demar can't drive. Unless Shanique driving in Jamaica. But it was not Shanique who actually alone who picked up the key from Mr. T. It was Shanique and her friend Tammy. Okay? Shanique and her friend Tammy. So that means if he was there, if I can confirm that is what he said, then me can say Shanique and Demar and somebody else murder Jayden. But if me not hear that, me can't put him there. Alright, the road at the stoplight at Manchester High School. Oh, okay, it's Perth Road. Oh, okay. Behind a Mega Mart there, I believe it's Perth Road. I can look on the map, you know. I can use a satellite image to see. There's enough suspicious circumstances to warrant an interrogation, and they all should be arrested and go. Okay. Well, yeah, there's enough suspicion. There's enough evidence to question them, of course. But in order to arrest the police, them needed to do their jobs. And if they did do their due diligence, they would have issued arrest warrants for at least Shanique. So remember when Demar said a lady saw Jayden on Perth Road, we're tired and hungry? That is nonsense. Yeah, the principal also said that too. I think he was echoing what the principal was saying, that him have credible evidence from a teacher saying that Jayden Smith was, that is nonsense. Nobody never see Jayden Smith on Perth Road. So I listened to all those and I crossed those out as utter rubbish. Yeah, because there's no way Shani could have tried to create an alibi. Shani created the alibi because she killed Jayden. So that the sighting there could be a cover-up, or it could be, yeah, that's like made up. I don't believe that one there. And remember, the person did not actually come out to us. The teacher didn't come out to us and say, she see Jayden. That's another hearsay. So I don't believe that story there. Sister cannot file for a brother anymore. I know about that. Okay. Trump come in. Trump come in and change up everything. Yes, thank you. I heard it myself. Okay, I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna listen to all of Demar's recording again. That is exactly what he said. Okay, Yard Boss, I heard it for myself. And Demar said, Jayden take long to come. Go listen to it. All right. You are doing a great job, Yard Boss. We love you. Bless up yourself. All right. Demar said they was waiting at Perth Road, waiting for Jayden, justice for Jayden Smith. All right, my people. I'm going to listen to it. Yes, I'm going to listen to it. All right. So we're going to call it a night tonight. Just continue to pray. You know, I am working behind the scenes as a level-headed person, trying to get these people organized because the police them not do nothing more. So I wouldn't even call them the police there no more, because calling them is a waste of time. If you're not gonna call anybody, you don't call the DPP office and ask them to look into the Jayden Smith case. But I do believe we need at least 3 protests in Kingston right in front of the DPP office. And in order to get those protests done, we have to pull permits for those protests. Yeah. And the people them when me I try to get on board, them the people there, them not afraid of nothing. Them not afraid. And once them say yeah, them are going to show up to the protest. They're going to show up to the protest. Alright, my people? Right now we need the DPP to pressure the police department to do what them should have do in the first week of Jayden Smith disappearance. You will see them go back to the house and go search the house again. Because if they murder Jayden Smith in that house there, Jayden Smith blood is still in that house there. Them can't clean up the blood there. The blood, if you concrete or carpet, the blood has soaked through the concrete. Yes. Alright, my people. Until next time, walk good. Peace out. This is your boy Yard Boss.